What's up, everybody? Callie Gerbro back here with another episode of the Level Up Life podcast. And I'll be honest, I don't know what number we're on because I took a little break. And I know that I had committed to doing a podcast every single week, but took a little break, just had to kind of like regroup. And so there's a lesson in that is like things will happen, right? And you can either be pissed off that you broke the commitment that you made, or you can, if it's something that you decide that you want to keep going with, just start over. So we kind of get hung up on like, I should do this or I shouldn't do that, or this happened and now I can't do this. So there's a lot of kind of that mind fucking that we do to ourselves. Pardon my language, but you know I use F-bombs, so it's all good. But, so there's a lesson there. And the lesson with that is like, if it's something that you truly want, hey, you just have to have a little course correction. Things come up, but get back to it. So today what I wanted to talk about is another lesson. Of course, you know I like to give you these little lessons. Basically, this comes down to me watching my 10-month-old, almost 11-month-old nephew try to walk. And it got me thinking about like what we do as adults, right? So there was a great quote that I've seen many, many times, and I shared it over on my Facebook page earlier today, which is that people will choose unhappiness over uncertainty. And it's so true. And if we look at it in our own lives, I can look at it in my life. There's been tons of times where I choose what's comfortable that doesn't make me happy because I'm kind of fucking scared to do something that I don't know what the outcome is going to be. And if you take a second and think about that in your own life, I can guarantee that you've done it. And maybe you're doing it right now. And it leaves you with this feeling of just like, it doesn't feel great. So it got me thinking, last weekend I was watching my nephew, he's like trying to walk, and so he's like climbing up on shit, and he'll pull up on a chair, or he'll pull himself up on you and your legs and your pants, and he's so close, and he'll hold your hand and he'll kind of stumble around like he's drunk, and it's really funny, but it's so awesome because he's just going for it, and he doesn't know what walking is supposed to feel like. He just knows like that's the next step, and he falls and he tries again, and he falls and he tries again, and he falls and he tries again. And it just, like I said, it got me thinking, why don't we do that as adults? Because over the years of being grown up and seeing a lot of shit and knowing that we kind of need to protect ourselves, we stop trying the hard stuff, or the stuff that we don't really know what the outcome is going to be, whether it's trying to get in shape, whether it's joining a new gym training program, whether it's doing a nutrition coaching program, whether it's, you know, trying a new business, whatever it is. We don't always go for it. Most of the time we don't go for it because we try to figure it out ahead of time. And the reality is it's like messy as fuck when we try something new. Because again, if we go back to little Matthew trying to walk, he falls, he climbs, he stumbles, and he just keeps going over and over and over again. And I'm not saying like we should always be stumbling our way through life, but we really do when it comes to something new. So think about it. In your life, where are you afraid to start because you're already in your own head trying to figure it out? And instead of stumbling climbing, tripping, falling. We just don't do anything. So write it out. Like I've said in previous episodes, get a journal, get a pen, write this stuff out. Like, what is it that you really want and what's holding you back? Is it the unknown? Is it the scary? Is it being afraid of like falling on your face? And I get it, because I've been there. I'm there a lot. And how do we remedy it? I think the first thing is we figure out what it is that we want. We figure out, like, okay, am I holding myself back? Why? Because I'm scared, probably. And just take a little bit of action. You don't have to figure it out. Say there's 20 steps that you have to take. Just take one. Don't borrow trouble. Don't start creating stories. Just what is like literally the one step forward? What is the chair that I can grab to climb up on? Then you figure out the next step after that. And then the next one after that. And the next one after that. Instead of trying to figure out step Z before you even do step A. And again, I'm speaking from experience here. I've done it. I'm in the midst of it right now with a new program and kind of a new offshoot of my business that I'm going to be kicking off here soon. I'm trying to figure it all out. When in the reality, it's just like, take the step, grab the chair, climb up the chair. Just like Matthew. So write it out. Take one step of action. That's all I've got for you. I will be back with more stories, musings, advice later in the week. Talk to you soon.